friends, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Brianna. I am a certified personal trainer, a biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. So we have another episode of reacting to stupid fad diet and fitness fails that I come across on social media. Some of these are from Pinterest, but one of them is actually from someone on my Student Dietetic Association page posted it. I'm not going to share their name, but I will show all the screenshots of everything, of some of the comments that were under the picture. They were pretty funny. Just a reminder, if I'm looking down, I'm looking at my my iPad here in my lap because I have the posts up here in my lap so that I can read them. Jeez, I know what I'm trying to say. Also, can I just say, here in Texas right now, it is muggy, it is humid, and it has been raining on and off, so my hair looks about a 2 on a 1 to 10 scale, and I think that's being generous. So if you all could please be kind to me and not worry too much about what's going on in this region, I would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's get started. So this first one, we have a 5-day apple diet plan to lose 10 pounds in a week. Everybody wants to lose 10 pounds in a week. This one's a link, so I went ahead and clicked on it. I'm not gonna read every single bit of it, so I'll just read some of the broad strokes here. Have you heard of the apple diet? It's in quotations in the link, I didn't just do that. It's a low-calorie diet plan that has you eat apples with every meal, lunch, breakfast, and dinner. Who says lunch, breakfast, and dinner? Where I come from, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Anyway, it's based on the belief that eating an apple at each meal can make you feel fuller and cause you to eat less. Given that apples are low in calories and dense in nutrients, that's true. They are a perfect fit for weight loss. Depending on the size, one apple can contain anywhere from 80 to 100 calories. Apples also provide ample amounts of calcium, iron, potassium, and vitamin A, B, and C. They are also quite rich in fiber. It's not only a weight loss friendly fruit, but also beneficial to your health and beyond. Wow, sounds great. What is the apple diet? The apple diet is a 5-day weight loss diet. 5 days? You're gonna lose 10 pounds in 5 days? The heading said a week. The 5-day weight loss diet based on a 1,200 calorie meal plan focused on apples. Really? On their meal plan, you'd be eating 5 apples throughout the day to drive weight loss and improve health. Needless to say, it's a diet, each meal comes from apples. All right, blah, blah, blah. Let's take a look at this. So it's a 5-day plan. Oh my God, this plan looks absolutely terrible. The meals that they have listed for all 5 days are not long at all, so I'm just gonna go ahead and read them. Day 1, breakfast, 2 apples. Lunch, 1 apple. Dinner, 3 apples. Day 2, breakfast, 1 apple, 1 glass of skim milk or almond/soy milk. Lunch, 1 apple and avocado green salad topped with seeds and nuts. Dress it with a lemon and apple cider vinegar dressing. That sounds very acidic. And dinner, dinner just says apples. There's no quantity specified, it just says apples. Okay, apples. Day 3, breakfast, 1 apple, 1 slice of whole grain bread, and a slice of low-fat turkey bacon. Oh, they're letting us eat bread. Lunch, 1 apple and cabbage and carrot clear soup with chicken breast. Dinner, apples. Day 4, breakfast, 1 apple, a boiled egg, and 1 slice of whole grain bread. Lunch, 1 apple, 3 to 4 ounces of skinless chicken and raw vegetables. Dinner, apples. And day 5, breakfast, an apple and a bowl of whole grain cereals and nut milk. Lunch, an apple, baked salmon, yum, and green salad with a lemon and apple vinegar dressing. They probably mean apple cider vinegar. And dinner, apples. Oh, okay, let's talk about some things here. First of all, this seems like a good time to say that I actually am allergic to raw apples. I have something called oral allergy syndrome, which is basically I can't eat certain fruits and vegetables of the birch variety if they are raw. Some examples of my triggers are apples, carrots, peas, plums, those are one, sometimes kiwi. What happens to me when I eat these fruits, I don't go into anaphylaxis, but it does irritate me quite a bit. Basically everywhere the fruit touches, my lips, mouth, tongue, throat, I'll itch like crazy. And apples are actually my worst trigger. I actually vomit every time I eat apples. Not that I eat apples often, because obviously they make me sick, but it started probably like in the last 5 years. The last time I ate an apple was probably 5 years ago. I took one bite of it, and a few minutes later, my mouth, throat, and lips were itchy, and I threw up. So raw apples actually make me very sick. That being said, I can enjoy apple pie, I can drink apple juice, I can eat applesauce, but as far as like biting into a raw apple, I can't do it. So this diet to me sounds disgusting. Why is day one, like day one is just straight up apples. Like, oh my God, like there's no whole grains in there, no healthy fats, no protein. Yes, apples are a good source of nutrients and other fiber, but what about your other macros, you know, fats and protein? Looking at these other days here, they have a little bit more substance to them. I see the salad with avocado salad topped with seeds and nuts, which I'm also allergic to tree nuts too. This diet would literally kill me. And then it says the couple of the days that we're having salad, we're dressing it with lemon and apple cider vinegar dressing. That just sounds like it would just kind of make your whole face pucker up. My goodness, like all that acid. I don't know, you know, I don't know a whole lot about dentistry. I did learn about teeth and human anatomy when I was in college, but I don't know a whole lot about dentistry. I kind of feel like all that acid would just like corrode your enamel over time. So let's just pick a day here. Let's pick day 3. And we're gonna do the calorie breakdown just to see how many calories we're having, because in the beginning when it's describing the apple diet, it says 1,200 calories a day, but I don't know, to me that seems like a lot less than 1,200 calories. So for day 3, we have breakfast, 1 apple and 1 slice of whole grain bread and a slice of low-fat turkey bacon. For lunch, we have 1 apple and cabbage and carrot clear soup with chicken breast. There's no quantity specified here for the chicken breast, so let's just say a serving 4 ounces. So 4 ounces of chicken breast. And then for dinner, it just says apples. Okay, so for dinner on day 1, it said 3 apples. So let's go with that. So let's go with 3 apples for dinner. So let's look at the calorie breakdown for that. Okay, so I have put the approximate calorie breakdown into my calorie counting app that I use called Fat Secret. So for breakfast, based on my estimations, the 1 slice of turkey bacon is, what do we have, 35 calories, and that's a piece of Oscar Mayer turkey bacon. And then I decided on Gala apples. So 1 Gala apple is approximately 71 calories, and then 1 slice of Nature's Own 100% whole grain bread is 70 calories. And so then we have lunch, and lunch is 1 4-ounce chicken breast. I just selected from Tyson chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast, 1 4-ounce breast, 110 calories. And then I couldn't find cabbage and carrot soup, so I just typed in cabbage soup. So the 1 cup serving of cabbage soup that I have selected here is 71 calories, and then 1 Gala apple, also 71 calories. And then we arrive at dinner where we are having 3 delicious Gala apples and absolutely nothing else apparently. So that has our total calories consumed a whopping 631 calories. Oh boy. Okay, you're gonna lose weight on this diet, you will, and it is going to be because you will be starving. What I don't get is why this when it was explaining the apple diet, it said, oh, well, when you eat apples, they're full of fiber, which apples are a good source of fiber. It'll make you feel fuller and you'll want to eat less food. But that's not really, it's not like it's giving you like a full satiating meal to go with it. It's like, it seems like it's just kind of making most of your food about apples, making most of your meals centered around apples, which to be fair, it did say that that's what it was gonna do. And then, I mean, you're eating a total of like 600 calories a day. I mean, like, that's horrible. Hey! Settle down in there. All right, so that was the first one. That was our apple diet plan. Don't do an apple diet plan. My goodness gracious. Hey, Onyx, settle down. Now he's coming in here to talk back. You settle down in there. Yeah, I don't care what you say. No, don't sniff that. All right, next. This next one we have is one that I have found on Pinterest, and this one is called the steak and eggs diet. Can you guess what it includes? That's right, steak and eggs. and not a single Oreo anywhere. So it lists the advantages of the steak and eggs diet. Number 1, high in protein, clearly. Steak and eggs are both protein dense, critical for muscle growth and maintenance, helps decrease hunger and food cravings. 2, low in carbs, helps promote ketosis, which is associated with many benefits. High carb diets are often bad for health and weight loss. Wow. Many nutrients. 3, many nutrients. Steak and eggs are nutrient dense. They are also whole food, so there are no refined or processed ingredients. 4, simple. No complex meal plan to follow, and groceries are easy too. This lets you focus on the parts of life that matter. 5, promotes weight loss. This diet is easy to follow, satisfying, and decreases food cravings. These aspects alone help improve weight loss. The way it can support ketosis is an added bonus. So what I'm getting from this, somebody who is all about keto probably developed this, and this seems to me like super keto, like super extreme keto diet. It certainly is high in protein. It's also very high in saturated fat. We know that diets high in saturated fat are linked to heart disease and stroke. It's low in carbs, which helps promote ketosis, which is associated with many benefits. What benefits? Of course it doesn't list any because it's going to be vague. This is this just kind of plays into the whole keto diet. That's a really big fad right now that everybody seems to be doing. The Academy's position on the keto diet is that it is in fact a fad diet, which I agree with. You really shouldn't do a diet that cuts out certain macronutrients like carbs, which carbohydrates are a necessary macronutrient. In addition, the keto diet actually hasn't been studied for very long term, so you have hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of people doing it right now, like just to lose weight, but it hasn't been studied enough to know what the long-term health effects there are, if any, of the keto diet. It has actually been documented for several years now that the ketogenic diet can help to control epileptic seizures. As far as weight loss goes, you really don't have to cut carbs to lose weight. I lost weight and I ate plenty of carbs, including but not limited to Oreos. Many nutrients, yeah, they are. Steak and eggs do have a lot of nutrients. What's in steak? Gosh, iron, B12. Basically, beef is high in a lot of B vitamins. What about eggs? Eggs are high in, there's choline in eggs. Biotin can also actually be found in eggs as well. So yeah, they are really high in nutrients, but what about vegetables are high in nutrients too. What about vegetables? To be absolutely honest, I'm an omnivore, and one of my favorite foods in the entire world is eggs, but I don't think I could just eat steak and eggs every single day, day in and day out. And this kind of goes back to if you're eating too much of it, who cares that you're eating steak and eggs, you know what I mean? If you're still overeating, then you're not gonna lose any weight, right? We know that, Ultimately, it comes down to a calorie deficit, which kind of negates number 5 here, which says promotes weight loss. If the diet is easy to follow, I do agree with that, just steak and eggs, boom. But if you're still overeating, then, if you eat too much steak and too much eggs, then, it doesn't really matter that you're eating a steak and egg diet. You're not gonna see any progress. Let's move on to the last one. Okay, so this last one was shared by one of my peers on my Student Dietetic Association page. And it was pretty funny. It was pretty well received from a lot of us. Again, I want to reiterate, I am in school to be a registered dietitian. I was actually recently accepted to the distance master's program in human nutrition. So I'm officially a master's student with a focus of clinical dietetics. My ultimate goal is to work in bariatric care. I want to be a bariatric dietitian. And everyone who is on this page, we are either in school to be a dietitians, or some of them have even since graduated and are already registered dietitians. So we share a lot of educational things, and we also share fun, stupid things like this, so we can laugh at how dumb they are. All right, this last one. 10 health benefits of celery juice. Let's look at a couple of these. Fights autoimmune disease. Let's say it's I think that says helps eradicate strep bacteria, contains undiscovered sodium cluster salts that are critical for the brain, brings down toxic liver heat, neutralizes and flushes toxins out of the liver. Okay, so obviously I didn't read every single one of them, but I mean, what? Let's see what some of my peers had to say. This first person said, I can't believe people are allowed to make these graphics and share them. So many false claims, awful. I gave that a like because that is absolutely correct. You see how easy it is for me to find so many of these silly diet and fitness claims like all over the internet. They're on Pinterest, they're on Instagram. Like anybody can make them, and then they're just there out in the internet for people who are in, like, I don't want to use the word ignorant, but incorrectly educated will see and be like, hey, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I 100% agree with that. You know, all these false claims, and there's people out there who believe this. Next person said, oh boy, that sounds like the medical medium's nonsense. I actually don't know who the medical medium is, but it sounds hilarious. Next person said, it should say spirit discovered sodium cluster salts that are critical for the brain, winky face. And here's my comment that was actually pretty well received. I said, if they're undiscovered, then how do we know they're there? And I was being completely serious because please tell me how that statement makes sense. Contains undiscovered sodium cluster salts. If they're undiscovered, how do we know they're there? You haven't discovered them. Please, somebody tell me. Somebody responded to me and said his ghost homie told him. I gave her a laugh, and then I responded with the dead emoji because I laughed at her comment pretty hard. Yeah. So I don't understand how celery is mostly water. I don't know the exact percentage off the top of my head, but celery is mostly water. Gosh, it's like, I think it's over 95% water. Where are these salts? Well, I guess they're undiscovered, so we don't know where they are. I want to touch on something else it says here. It says fights autoimmune disease. An example of an autoimmune disease is type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is considered autoimmune. At one of my former jobs, I was a school nurse. I'm not a registered nurse. I was a health technician, but my job title was like I was a school nurse. And I had children I took care of kids who were diabetics, and all the kids were type 1 diabetics, which is most common. Type 1 diabetes is more common in kids than it is diagnosed in adults. So this wasn't unusual that all my kids were type 1s. Am I to believe that if they just ate some celery, it would like fight their diabetes? Like, that's ridiculous. Another one here that I liked is neutralizes and flushes toxins out of the liver. You all know my position on detoxing, detox drinks, detox water. It's stupid. If you are a healthy adult and you have a liver and you have kidneys, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to drink teas. You don't need to drink celery juice or weird concoctions to detox your body. Your body detoxes itself. Again, there are things you can do to help support your body's ability to detox. Eat well, drink water, exercise. You know, standard fare, nothing new. But my God, drink celery juice and it will neutralize and flush the toxins out of the liver. Your liver is working on that, sis. Celery juice is not going to help it move faster. Just let it do what it does. And then another one here, it says brings down toxic liver heat. What? What is liver heat? I mean, we all know that your body has an internal temperature. We say 98.6, but through my research and what I know from biology and medical science, the average is usually more between like 97 and 99. It varies for so many people. So maybe the celery is like bringing down my internal body temperature. Isn't that the opposite of what I would want to have happen? So there you have it. It's been, we're all kind of stuck in the house right now. It's a crazy time. I don't want to talk about it too much, honestly, because I feel like I don't want to add to the stress and all the craziness that everybody is experiencing right now and anxiety that we're getting from the media right now. I want to maintain like a positive space in a positive energy that somebody can come to and watch and not hear about the C word right now. So yeah, even though this video was short, I still had fun filming it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.